This must be the place. Professor Oubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months. I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans. An appointment with an archaeologist. Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching the story. The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me. I had a bad feeling about this. I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood. The bookcase was... Maybe I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape. With one mighty bound, our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire. Inside, I found a bottle of tequila. Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Ew. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm. There was something short, fleshy, and gross on the carpet. It was the worm from the bottle of tequila. In the drawer was a small decorated pot. That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end. But this didn't deter me from getting it anyway. It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away. Well, they could be useful. As I released the lock, something blew the doors open. The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder. The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened. What? Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher. With a well-aimed squirt of his soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico. I wasn't going to burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety. I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico. It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 with... The pot contained a key. I guess I had no... But I figured it was from on... The letter was sentimental. Was a gift from him. Labino figured himself as a rival for... But I couldn't believe that that creep was in the running. Much as I disliked him, Labino might be my only hope of finding Nico. Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk.
Can't you accept she's just not?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure. Andre? You'd better show... I felt an erect... I unlocked the door. I wasn't looking forward, but he was my only link with Nico. There was no sign of Labino when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him. Pardon me, but don't I know you?
Huh?
You were here the day I found the catacombs.
I was? Ah, yes. How?
Yeah. Are you still in the police?
No, not anymore. And what brings you back to Paris?
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in... Will you share a bottle of...
Hey, listen, I'd love to.
So my company isn't good enough for...
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake.
How come?
I was made escape.
Have you ever heard of a...
No, monsieur.
Well, apparently...
A little at the... If he'd been a serial killer...
Tell me what you make...
From my years of experience, I'd say that note was written by a
Hey, you got just about everything apart from the pony. What do you make of this news?
Orphanage supplied.
No, it...
Oh, I don't know anything about eclipses.
What do you make of this dart?
The poison.
I had nothing else I wanted to ask the... Oh, garçon? He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate. Hey, you.
Quoi?
I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
When I finish serving this gentleman. Un café.
Thanks. Do you know a guy called André Lobineau?
Oui, I know him. What of?
I'm supposed to meet him here.
No, I have not seen him today.
Have you heard of Professor...
Oui. They used to come here.
If Oubier's wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at Hollywood. Her stage name was Carol Climax. She died in suspicious circumstances.
How did Oubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got a...
He had a
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the
Do you know that man?
I should think so.
Look at this.
Ah, oui.
It's the real...
Roman?
That's all.
Thank you.
Well, this is a surprise, Georgie.
I wouldn't normally call you... But Nico's in trouble, Andre. Deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Oubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler has kidnapped her, and he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father...
Well, she should...
Drop it, Andre.